I basically deliver this hour-long presentation saying we should kill this project that I am leading, and this is why. And I was shitting myself. Amit Singhal, who at the time was Google's head of search, said, "That was fantastic. I wish more people would come to us and tell us to kill their projects. Now we can do something more valuable."
Cheers. Thanks for being on the show.
Cheers. Oh, thanks for having me. Yeah, I was like, John, you had me at Good Hearts Law. I was like, let's do this. Not much written about COOs. It's very much a partnership type of role with the CEO things. It's actually quite a complex and situational role. As you talked about execution, right? And I think execution is a better term than operations. I think that is the chief operating officer's sort of primary function, and execution in the sense of saying, this is as a company what we are trying to achieve. These are the resources we have to achieve it. Now we actually have to go and do it. It's a lot about bringing, all the different functions together, making sure they're not siloed, making sure the strategy is well understood. The role of a software engineer is often misunderstood. It's not really about writing code. I think writing code is the tool, but the design is actually at the core of the job, the hardest bit and the most impactful bit. Building software, and software is a system. It's a very complex system where there are many interacting parts, many difficult trade-offs that need to be made. I take that system design, that nearly engineering mindset, and apply it to people. We can create these complex structures of people that are able to achieve, more than any individual within that group can. Sharing information and context and data such that everyone can do their job effectively, and sharing that information in a way that is efficient is way, way harder than anybody thinks. And the curse of knowledge, which is actually, this sort of cognitive phenomenon, which is, it's not people like, hey, I want to have my empire and we're going to build silos. I said silos are nice and easy to structure, whereas cross-functional teams, this is complicated because what you now have is a blurring of roles and responsibilities, more complex communications. You've gone from building a simple machine, which is what the siloed structure is, into nearly creating an organism. Ultimately, it's an ownership culture, and that's the hard thing to do, and the thing that yields massive results to an organization if it can pull it off. And Netflix is, one of the two companies who I look up to the most in terms of how they operate. They talk about leading with context and not control. Another way of putting it is that every KPI can be gained, right? The metric is measuring the underlying thing that you care about, your actual objective or goal. The other sort of framework that I think is, misunderstood and misapplied, but actually when gotten right, bridges this gap very well, is the work of an engineering team can become divorced from the impact and the value that is delivered from the software. So you might end up with a lot of very beautiful software that isn't solving anyone's problem. How can I forget marketing? Their job's to put lipstick on the pig, right? It's like, okay, here's the thing that we've built and you've had no input into, now go market it, whatever that is, right?